Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Square One Champions League. I'm, of course, Viperin, and I'm joined today in something a little bit different. We're going to do an interview today with Nida, who's playing over on Fuzzy Esports. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good.
Oh, excellent.
Not too bad.
Glad to hear it. Of course, first things first, massive congratulations on you guys getting to the playoffs this split in the Square One Champions League. You guys finished third, which is a really strong position. How do you feel about finishing third in your maiden split?
I mean, I think it was alright, considering that I came into the split like in kind of the middle. We weren't doing too hot, and I think we've won almost every game since I joined. So, yeah, I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, it was a massive turnaround, of course. Fuzzy Esports weren't a team that maybe everyone expected to do so well. And, of course, do you want to go into a little bit how you came about joining this roster? Because you seem to have come in and really made a difference in results and in the performance of the team as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of like headhunted because I've got experience in the Danish league, LCD. So yeah, they wanted someone with experience because it was a new team. So they picked me up, and I've been trying to improve the team.
Yeah, and it's certainly shown throughout the season with you coming in versus before. So finishing third place, is that something that you are personally quite proud of? Of course, Fuzzy Esports were in with a chance of getting into that top two, getting a bye going into last week, but sadly failed to do so. Would it have been really good to get that bye week so you don't have to play in quarterfinals, or are you quite excited to play in an extra game, an extra series?
I mean, I don't mind as long as we look good in the games. Then it's fine with me.
Okay. Talking about the playoffs itself, as a personal player and as a team in general, what are your kind of aims for playoffs? Where do you think the team should be ending up at the end of the season?
I mean, I would hope that we end in first, of course. I think we have the potential. If we don't outplay ourselves, then I think we could easily get number one.
Excellent. So, if you think you can get number one, are you very confident going into this quarterfinal game? You are, of course, going against EUS, who have been quite a mixed team this season, but have managed to get themselves a playoff berth. Are you quite confident going into that match?
Yeah, I don't really fear anyone, to be honest.
Okay, so that's fighting talk going in without any fear. Let's talk a little bit about preparation. So, as yourself personally, how do you guys go about preparing for games? Do you look specifically at the enemy team, or do you more focus on what you guys want to do?
It depends. Like usually, we'll have a comp in mind that we want to play, and then if they have like one tricks, we'll ban them out. But generally, we just ban what's good. We don't really look too much at the enemy players.
Okay, so it's more for you about the meta rather than about what specifically can be played, unless you've got someone like a 300k Rek'Sai or something like that on the enemy team.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, usually I would be the Rek'Sai player.
Yeah, well, unless you've got that nearly. Are there any champion picks specifically for you that you've really been looking at as something that should be banned away when you're playing? Is there anything in Champ Select that you're really shouting to get banned?
Like that I don't want to play against, or
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I think Kiana is really stupid right now.
Okay. What about her is like most terrifying, do you think?
She just has such easy kill potential. Like I've been playing her a lot recently, and it feels like if your solo laners have CC, you can just collect the free kill every time you walk into their lane.
Okay.
It's really not quite fair.
Okay, and that's jungle Kiana then. That might be something that's a bit different. Do you think there's anything else that is really busted at the moment?
Bot lane, if played correctly, is like unbeatable. I think like better bot lane wins most games.
Okay. Do you reckon that Fuzzy Esports has the best bot lane in the league then? Or are you a bit worried about your bot laners?
I mean, it depends on the day. They're pretty hit or miss. They have really high highs and really low lows, so I hope that they can play consistently and we can win playoffs.
Well, that is the dream. Because you're a jungler, do you think about where do you think is most important to gank? Are you looking towards that bot lane where it's so bot lane win game, or do you look to keep your solo laners going?
I mean, it depends on the comp. You could pick up a safe bot lane like Ezreal, Tahm Kench, and just play around your top side if you have strong top side like Aatrox or an Ekton. Or you could draft like Nautilus and try to play around the bot lane. It really just depends on the team comp. There's no like cookie cutter set jungle path.
Okay. Moving on a bit to about Fuzzy Esports as a team, who would you say currently is the player to watch on Fuzzy Esports?
I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I've got some spicy spicy jungle picks. Like we played EQ League today,
Okay.
and I picked out the Karthus and went 19-0-11.
Ooh.
So might want to watch out for that one.
That's pretty gross. Honestly, I hate Karthus so much. I'll just be jungling, and then the enemy jungler will get a triple kill from across the map, and it will just be like, oh, excellent. Well, I guess I've lost jungle through no fault of my own. Do you think that Fuzzy Esports has a specific style of play that they really like to go for, that you guys really enjoy playing, or are you very flexible dependent on what comp you go for?
It's kind of weird because like I personally want to play like the strategic macro game, but we have a lot of players that are okay just like basically coin flipping the game.
So
that's not really my style.
Are you a bit worried that it might just be a case of going too aggro and just flipping the coin rather than playing 3D chess with your opponent?
Yeah. I definitely feel like if we're in a standard game, I will always have the advantage. Okay. But if there's a lot of like different factors, then I might get caught off guard.
That is okay. That's interesting to hear. We talked a little bit about a couple of picks that you are quite scared of, think are very strong. Are there any champions that Fuzzy Esports as a team we should be looking out for going into the playoffs?
Not really. Like we play most of the meta stuff.
Okay, so nothing off the wall or too crazy.
Nah.
Okay. Now
maybe the Pantheon support. We've been trying that out a little bit.
That's quite an interesting thing. I've seen it.
We do have 100% win rate on it, so I don't know. People might want to ban it out against us.
I'll let EUS know that they need to ban the Pantheon support when they can't against you guys. Talking about Square One as a whole, obviously you haven't been here the entire split, so you're not gonna be able to give me the most full answers. But which team do you think, having the limited experience you have, which has been the best team that you guys have played against so far?
CBA is in SQ1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, CBA are really good. They have really good really good mid laner, Poulsen. He's also Danish.
Yeah.
And their ADC, Vanguard, it doesn't matter how much we shit on him in lane. He just takes the side lane and then gets like 3-level advantage, and then we just lose the game. It's happened a couple times.
Alright. Would you be excited to play in like a Fuzzy Esports CBA final? Do you think that'd be the most hype matchup we could get?
Yeah, probably. I think so.
Okay, cool. And are you quite excited, because obviously you've said that you can beat anyone on your day? Are you quite excited to come in as 3rd seed, going up against the 6th seed, who are arguably the weakest team we have in the playoffs?
Yeah, I don't really mind. I mean, we're gonna have to face the best team eventually, so it wouldn't really have mattered for me which team we play against. But yeah, that's fine with me. Okay,
and so just as a last final question, really to stamp your authority on this whole playoff situation, are you very confident in Fuzzy Esports to win the competition? And if not Fuzzy Esports, who do you think will come out on top?
I think it has to be either us or CBA. I don't really see the other teams being on quite the same level. If we have a good day, then I think we're favored, but if we don't, then CBA is probably going to take it.
Okay, that is interesting. Thank you very, very much for joining me. Do you have any final comments at all about anything you want?
If there's any rioters watching, buff jungle. Otherwise, no.
Well, excellent. I'll let them know. Thank you very, very much for joining us, Nida, and thank you very much for watching this interview. Make sure that you join us tomorrow. That is Monday at 6 p.m. BST or 7 p.m. Central Eastern Time to watch the fearsome Fuzzy Esports face off against EUS in the quarterfinals of the Square One Champions League playoff. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you there.